A single vulture hangs motionless against an empty sky, watching everything, revealing nothing. Below, the African savanna stretches in every direction, pale gold, utterly still, wrapped in the silence before the world wakes. There is no obvious ruler here. No flag, no throne, no crown, and yet something is already deciding who will eat this morning and who will not. This is the question at the heart of everything you are about to witness. In a kingdom with no single ruler, what truly determines who survives? The grass holds its breath. At the waterhole, a lone male lion stands perfectly still, his mane heavy with dew, his eyes fixed on a distance only he can read. He does not move. He does not need to, not yet. But look closer, and the stillness begins to fracture. A small bird, an oxpecker, rides the broad back of a Cape buffalo at the waterhole's edge, flicking its beak through thick, coarse hide. It looks almost comical, this tiny passenger on a creature that can weigh up to 800 kilograms. Remember that bird. The buffalo barely blinks. And yet around it, the herd is awake in ways that have nothing to do with open eyes or pricked ears. A wildebeest on the far edge of a distant herd shifts its weight. A signal so faint it is barely a tremor, and within moments, thousands of animals are already readjusting, recalibrating, flowing like a single slow tide. No alarm was called. No leader gave an order. The savanna runs on intelligence that moves faster than any individual reflex, spreading through a herd the way ripples move across still water, outward and outward, before the stone has even stopped falling. This is what power looks like here, not a roar, not a charge, but information passed in silence. And yet, the predators were up before any of this began. Long before the sun cleared the horizon, before the dew had lifted, something was already moving through the half-dark, with a purpose that the landscape could not quite conceal. Not all hunters announced themselves. Consider the gemsbok of the Kalahari, over 220 kilograms of animal, carrying horns that reach nearly 1.2 meters in length, standing its ground against a lion rather than fleeing, drawing moisture from dry grass when there is no water to be found. In a land this extreme, the line between predator and prey is not always where you expect it to be. The vulture is still up there, drifting in slow circles, waiting. somewhere below, a kill is coming. But here is what the morning does not tell you. The animal most likely to bring down a lion on the African savannah is not another predator. It is the Cape buffalo, the same heavy, seemingly docile creature standing at the water's edge, which kills more lions than any other animal on this continent. Strength here is never simply what it appears. In a few hours, the grass will be dry, the dust will rise, and the power structures of this place will have shifted, already decided by something that happened in the dark, in the cool hours, before the cameras fully opened. This kingdom has no throne. But it has rules. Invisible, unspoken, ruthlessly enforced, by hunger, by instinct, by the cold geometry of who moves first and who hesitates a fraction too long. Far off, almost too faint to place, a low whoop rises from the tree line and then dissolves into silence. Most people hear that sound and picture a scavenger skulking at the margins, waiting for bolder animals to do the difficult work. But what if that assumption has always been wrong? She moves along the edge of the kill, not charging, not retreating, just watching. Every muscle reads the air, calculating odds that no other predator bothers to count. The spotted hyena has worn the wrong reputation for a very long time. But that reputation is not the whole story. In East Africa, hyena clans hunt successfully on roughly 30 to 40% of their attempts, a rate that quietly surpasses the lion's recorded 26%. Which raises an uncomfortable question: who exactly is stealing from whom? A hyena clan is not a rabble, it is a hierarchy, and it runs from the top down through the female line. At its center, a matriarch whose rank her daughters will inherit, whose decisions shape every hunt before it begins. We saw her earlier, nursing a cub at the edge of the den, a detail that seemed almost tender at the time. What that image concealed was authority, a social architecture older than most predator dynasties on this continent. When the clan moves to hunt, it is not chaos, it is coordinated pressure, applied in shifts. One animal tests the herd's edge, another cuts the angle, a third holds the pace. The prey rarely understands what is happening until the geometry has already closed around it. And the clan does not pause to acknowledge any of this. It simply moves on, already reading the next shift in the dark. But the clan does not own the night without contest. Consider the honey badger, an animal weighing less than 1/5 of a full-grown hyena. It has been observed holding its ground against 6 hyenas simultaneously over a single carcass. Six. In a world governed by size and numbers, the honey badger rewrites the rule entirely, and the hyenas, for all their power, yield. This is the hidden logic of Africa's predator kingdom. Dominance is never as absolute as it appears. The hyena's success is built on flexibility, reading each encounter fresh, pressing advantages where they exist, withdrawing where they do not. Strength, patience, social intelligence, all three working in the same breath. Far across the plain, that same rising whoop passes between unseen animals, a relay of sound that maps the darkness more precisely than any landmark. It is a sound that carries tenure, warning, and invitation all at once. The savannah is already reshuffling its order before the night has finished. But there is one predator that does not compete for ground at all. One that has found a way to exist above the chaos of lions and hyenas alike. How does something survive, and even thrive, by disappearing entirely from a landscape that never stops watching? The kill is already in the tree. Hoisted 4 meters above the ground, a freshly taken impala hangs wedged between 2 branches, placed there by an animal built for stealth, not brute strength. Below, a spotted hyena circles, nose lifted, reading the air. It will find nothing it can reach. That is precisely the point. The leopard does not compete for space at ground level. It simply removes itself from the equation. Among Africa's 3 great cats, the leopard is the smallest, the most solitary, the most exposed. Lions hunt in coalitions, cheetahs rely on open speed. The leopard has neither alliance nor acceleration to spare. What it has instead is something harder to measure and far more difficult to defeat. Its jaw muscles generate enough force to haul a carcass heavier than itself straight up a vertical trunk, gripping bark with each step, defying what its body should logically be capable of. Not speed alone, not size, leverage applied with absolute precision. But a ceiling on raw power has a cost. Impala, the leopard's most common prey, possess senses tuned over millennia. A flick of an ear, a catch of scent from 40 meters, and the hunt collapses before it begins. The leopard's success rate reflects this merciless arithmetic. Somewhere between 15 and 38% of hunts end with a kill. Most nights, the darkness delivers nothing. So how does it survive? The answer is patience so refined, it resembles stillness, a rosette pattern that fractures light, dissolving the animal into shadow and branch until it is, functionally, invisible. It can wait an hour, 2 hours, for the precise angle that closes the gap without a single wasted movement. And then there is the rarer animal still, the one that emerges only in certain forests, in certain bloodlines. A leopard born with a coat so deeply pigmented, it absorbs almost all visible light, the rosettes underneath, present but imperceptible, what people call a black panther. It is not a separate species, it is the same animal, carrying a melanistic mutation that surfaces roughly once in every 10,000 individuals. The same convergence has appeared independently on 3 continents, nature finding the same solution to darkness over and over across vast distances of time and geography. Invisibility, it seems, is worth discovering twice. The leopard's ultimate advantage is not any single ability. It is the refusal to be fixed in one role, one habitat, one strategy. Coastline, rainforest, open savanna, the margins of human settlement, wherever the pressure rises, the leopard quietly recalibrates. It is the one large predator on this continent that asks the least of its world and takes exactly what remains. Above the acacia, the dry season wind moves through the branches, a low, hollow sound, like something being decided. And somewhere beneath the surface of the grass, a very different kind of power is already organizing itself. One built not on solitude, but on a social order so rigid and so ruthless that even the strongest male knows better than to challenge it. Who, in that hierarchy, actually holds the kill? And what does it cost the ones who don't? That whoop, heard again now, is the opening line of a language most observers have never learned to read. And what actually governs a hyena clan is something far older, far more deliberate than any single call. A hierarchy so stable, it can outlast droughts, territorial shifts, and the rise and fall of lion prides across the same grassland. At the center of that hierarchy is a single, immovable principle. Rank passes through the female line. Every female in the clan outranks every male, not by size, not by force, but by birthright. A cub born to a high-ranking female inherits that position before she has even learned to hunt. The male, however large, however experienced, yields. He yields at a carcass, at a den entrance, in every social exchange where status is made visible. This is not a coincidence of behavior, it is architecture. And the scale of that architecture reflects the richness of the land beneath it. In places like the Ngorongoro crater, where prey is dense and territory rewards cooperation, clans can swell past 70 individuals, a number that reshapes how every other predator on that plain must operate. "70 animals bound by a single chain of rank, responsive to a single matriarch." But here is the question that sits beneath all of this. What does the male actually do? He hunts, he patrols, he fathers cubs, and then he waits. Waits at the edge of the feeding, waits for permission he was never given, never expected to receive. Watch the oxpecker on the buffalo's back. A small creature tolerated because it offers something the large one cannot do alone. The male hyena occupies a version of that role, present, useful, permitted, never sovereign. Power in this clan does not announce itself with a roar. It moves quietly through the behavior of a mother toward her daughters, a daughter toward her daughters after her. Generation after generation, the same invisible thread. The vulture, still tracing its arc above, sees what we cannot, a clan assembled and waiting. And when a clan of this size decides it wants something, a kill already claimed, a carcass guarded by something larger, what happens to the animal that refuses to yield? The lions feed in silence, but they are not alone. At the edge of the firelight, just beyond it, shapes pace in the darkness, patient as the night itself. Spotted hyenas do not wait out of fear. They wait because waiting is a strategy, and they are counting. A clan of 6, 8, 10 individuals can shift the balance at a carcass entirely. What looks like scavenging from a distance is in fact a calculation. High above, barely visible against the pale sky, a single vulture traces its slow circle, watching as it always does. The hyenas move closer, one step at a time, whooping softly. A sound that carries across the open plain like a question without an answer. The lions hear it. A male lifts his head, his mane catching the first gray light of pre-dawn. He is large, well over 200 kilograms, and he knows it. But knowledge of one's own power means little when the opposition keeps growing. 3 hyenas become 5, 5 become 9. Each new arrival is announced not with aggression, but with a low loping trot, reading the mood of the group before committing to the push. This is the geometry of pressure, and lions understand it. A coalition of male lions can hold a carcass against almost any rival. But a single male, or even a pair, faces a very different arithmetic when a full clan decides to press. Research in long-term Serengeti studies found that a lone male's chances of successfully claiming a territory collapse dramatically without allies. Just 1 in 29 lone males succeeded, compared to over 80% success for coalitions of 4 or more. Here tonight, there is only one male. The hyenas sense it. The matriarch leads the advance. Not a charge, not a rush, but a slow, deliberate closing of distance that the lion cannot ignore. He lunges, scattering them momentarily, and for a breath, the carcass is his again. But they regroup within seconds. The clan encircles the kill in a loose ring, each individual watching not the meat, but the lion, measuring, recalibrating. This is not chaos. It is coordinated pressure applied by animals that know exactly when a king's authority ends. And then something unexpected. The male does not charge again. He steps back, just slightly, still facing them, but he steps back. The hyenas surge forward, and within moments, the carcass belongs to the clan. The lion sits 30 meters away, watching, his authority intact in posture, if not in possession. What happened here was not a defeat, or not exactly. It was a threshold. The point at which the cost of holding the kill outweighs the benefit of keeping it. Lions read that threshold too. Somewhere in the dark, a hyena whoops, long, rising, fading, and the sound dissolves into the stillness before dawn answers it. Power in this kingdom is never absolute. It is least, contested, and periodically reclaimed by whoever brings the greater number or the greater will. But if sheer presence and coalition logic determine the outcome at ground level, what survives when you have neither numbers nor allies, only darkness and height? Somewhere in the acacia above this same plain, a leopard has already made its choice, and it left no witnesses on the ground to challenge it. The kill is already in the tree, hoisted 3 to 4 meters off the ground, wedged between fork and branch, claimed and secured, invisible to anything walking below. Hoisted 3 meters off the ground, wedged between fork and branch, it hangs there, claimed, secured, invisible to anything walking below. Of all Africa's large predators, the leopard is the one most consistently pushed to the margins, outweighed by lions, outnumbered by hyenas, outcompeted at almost every turn. And yet, here it remains. Nearly 1 in 5 kills a leopard makes is stolen before it can feed. And of those lost meals, more than half are taken by spotted hyenas. That is not misfortune. That is the operating condition, the permanent tax levied on a solitary life. So the leopard adapted, not by growing larger, not by forming alliances, but by moving up, quite literally, above the reach of every rival. The tree is not a retreat, it is the strategy. A carcass hauled 3 or 4 meters overhead is generally beyond the reach of a hyena clan, and while lions can climb, few will bother for a kill already wedged into narrow branches, the effort often outweighing the return. What looks like caution is in fact the most precise kind of problem solving. Identify the threat, neutralize it with geography. But here is what the tree cannot solve. A leopard must still descend, it must still hunt, and the savanna below belongs to others. So it moves at hours when lions rest and hyenas are digesting, reading the darkness in ways that require no coalition, no shared intelligence, only absolute self-reliance. Solitude, which looks like weakness, is in fact a kind of armor. A lone animal makes no sound that advertises a kill, occupies no territory large enough to draw a sustained challenge, leaves tracks that simply disappear. The leopard does not dominate this landscape. It inhabits it differently, compressed into the spaces between the larger powers, fluid where they are fixed. That fluidity comes at a cost. A leopard's range must be worked constantly, scent-marked along boundaries that shift under pressure, defended not by force of numbers, but by the sheer persistence of presence. It is a life of perpetual motion and perpetual vigilance, where rest is always conditional. To the west, the light is thinning, shadow spreading slowly across the grass as the sun drops behind the tree line. The leopard reads that shift of light the way others read sound, as information, as warning, as an invitation to move. This is the leopard's world, a web of signals, most of them threats, all of them information. The leopard does not move. It simply waits, patient in a way that has no name in any predator hierarchy, invisible in a way that no strength could ever achieve. Every kill secured in the canopy, every rival outlasted, every season survived alone, each one is evidence of something this ecosystem quietly depends on. Which raises a question worth sitting with. If every predator here, the lion, the hyena, the leopard, takes what it needs and no more, what invisible force is actually holding all of this together? A vulture turns slow circles above the plain, riding a thermal it did not create, watching a drama it did not begin. From up there, the Serengeti does not look like a battlefield. It looks like a system. Every predator we have followed, from the spotted clan to the solitary cat pressed flat in the acacia, has seemed, at first glance, to act alone. Hunting for itself, killing for itself, surviving by its own rules. But remove any one of them, and something shifts that cannot easily be named. The grassland does not collapse with a single death or a single absence. It weakens quietly, the way a load-bearing wall cracks before it falls. So what holds it together when every predator takes and takes again? Part of the answer is visible only from above. An African vulture's wingspan can exceed 2.5 meters, and its vision is roughly 8 times sharper than a human's. It does not flap to stay aloft. It reads the invisible columns of rising heat and rides them, conserving energy across hours of patrol. This is not passive waiting. It is surveillance, a living signal network that links every kill across hundreds of square kilometers. One bird descending tells another that one tells 3 more. Within minutes, the location of every carcass is known across the plain. Nothing is wasted. But the intelligence of this system runs even deeper than the sky. On the back of a buffalo, a small bird works through the heat of the afternoon, pulling parasites from hide and fold and ear. A single oxpecker can remove hundreds of ticks in a single day. In peak conditions, research suggests the count may reach tens of thousands of larvae. A burden the buffalo cannot carry alone. Two animals, two entirely different sets of needs, locked into an arrangement older than any predator on this plain. This is the architecture the cameras almost miss. Not the lunge, not the chase, not the roar at the waterhole, but the quiet agreements running underneath every dramatic moment. Each kill feeds more than the killer. The bones reach the beetles. The beetles return the minerals to the soil. The soil feeds the grass. The grass feeds the herds. The predator, in taking life, is also sustaining it. There is a strange precision here that science can measure but not entirely explain. Over time, no single predator appears to take more than the system can replace, though the mechanisms behind this balance remain only partially understood. Not consistently, not over time. Whether that constraint is instinct or hunger, or the pressure of competing hunters, the result is the same. A balance that has outlasted every drought, every season, every challenger at the waterhole. And still, the vulture turns. Still, somewhere at the edge of hearing, a hyena calls across the dark and then falls silent,